Hello children. So I assume that you've read your poem twice. You know the meanings, you know the poetic devices, and you've done your summary. So now we come down to your extract based questions. There are examples which I'm doing with you, but then after that what you need to do on your own is that the questions which are given in your Maxx marks at the end of the solved questions, you need to solve them on your own. And in order to know that whether you have written down the correct answers or not, you must share those answers with your subject teacher so that she can clarify it for you. Now, talking about the extract based questions, not one is dissatisfied, not one is demented with the mania of owning things. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. Now the questions: which of these is true about animals? They fear God, they are dissatisfied, they are caged, they are contented. See, we did not go through any of these three in our extract. There was nothing about caged or dissatisfied or about fear of God, nothing at all. What was mentioned was they are contented. Then the next one that we have is, which of these is not an act of animals? Remember children, you must ensure to read the question. If you skip out this not and you just look at it from the other point, which of these is an act of animals, you will find them to be all true, and any one you will tick and you will get it wrong. They are asking you which of these is not an act of animals. So what is not an act of animals? They are peaceful? Yes, they are peaceful. They are asking us not. They respect towards nature? Yes, that's true. They are contented, satisfied? Yes, that's true. Materialistic desires. They don't have any materialistic desires. They don't want to own anything. They don't want to amass possessions. So, this is the option. Now, that next one. The poet is dashed towards animals. Is he harsh? No. Is he rude? No. Is he bold? No. What is he? He is respectful towards the animals. Next one. The word that means the same as to be frantic. Now, frantic, will it be kneels? No. Dissatisfied? No. Demented? No. It has to be mania. The frantic, traffic, Alright, next. Identify the poetic device in lines. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind. Now this not one is repeated twice. Now, when there's a repetition of this kind at the beginning, what is the poetic device? It is anaphora. Now the open-ended questions, the short answer type questions. What does the poet mean by not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth? The poet means that animals do not pray to God or to ancestors, and all of them are equal. Hence, no one is more respectable than the other. the good values of animals and the lack of social conventions makes them happy. Again, the question is asking you, what does it mean? Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole world. The reason why it's like that. The reason is because the animal, they don't need to pray to God or to their ancestors, and all of them are equal. Hence, no one is more respectable than the other. The good values of animals and the lack of social conventions make them happy, unlike the human beings. Human beings are in sharp contrast. Now the long answer type questions. The poet in the poem Animals laments the loss of certain values on the part of human beings, whereas animals seem to have retained them and are self-contented. Analyze the cause of degeneration of values in today's hard times. See, when you have such questions, you will give a general opinion, followed by, you will have to support it from the text of the poetry. The entire answer need not to be your own views, yes, few lines, but it has to be supported from the text of the poem. In the modern civilized world, human beings have achieved a lot of material values, but lost their real virtues. Keep on gathering more and more wealth, but they lose their real virtues. The more developed and modern human beings became, the more they lost the essence of their characters. They tend to lose it on their way of amassing their wealth. Animals, whereas, never adapted to any material goods and always remained natural. This natural aspect of animals has helped them maintain their values, their virtues. So, human beings, in order to possess more and more, have forgotten kindness and innocence, and that is why they end up suffering. And that is why the poet longs to turn into the world of animals, because he admires their calm, self-satisfied, contented lives. No? It is not complaining but accepting a situation, the key to happiness in life. Elaborate in context of the poem Animals. The poet Walt Whitman, in his poem Animals, compares animals to human beings and differentiates between them on the basis of their characteristics. Animals have been ranked much higher than humans in poets' views, poets' perceptions. Since animals do not complain about their situation, they are considered to be much happier than humans. Animals live in natural surroundings. They accept their natural lives. Humans, on the other hand, have never accepted nature. They complain about it. They grieve, they grumble. They complain about it and try to change it, leading to an unhappy life. See, once again I am telling you, the question is, it is not complaining but accepting a situation, the key to happiness in life, right? Now you have to elaborate on this by supporting it from the poem. Now if you have read your poem well, you are thorough with your poem, you have to just elaborate upon it in your own words, because you are very clear with the poem. You just have to pick up the lines. You may support it directly, you may quote it also and put it in the answer. See, the way in this poem compares animals to humans, differentiates them on the basis of their characters, on the basis of their virtues. The animals have been considered to be more superior than the humans according to the poet's views. Animals don't complain, they are considered to be much happier. Reason, they don't change the nature, they have adapted themselves to the nature. So they live in natural surroundings, they have accepted their lives, whereas human beings on the other hand complain, grumble, and thus destroying the nature and making their own lives also unhappy. Now these are those extracts, short answer questions and long answer question. Now after this, in your Maxx marks, you have sufficient practice questions. You have to practice all kinds of extracts and the short questions as well as the long questions. And when you sit down to study, it is the quality time that matters rather than the quantity time. So make sure that when you sit down, you don't let your thoughts wander left and right. You stay focused, think of the poem, imagine the poem. And Walt Whitman would be very happy if you do that. Thank you so much.